Let's learn a few more query operators. As you may have noticed, the people collection I've created has a number of different kinds of documents. Some documents have the fields _ID, name, age, and profession, whereas other documents have the fields _ID and name only. Further, some documents have the field name that's a string, and other documents, well, just one other document, has a field name that's a number. MongoDB allows you to query based on the structure and types of information that's in the documents, as well as their values. For example, if I want to retrieve those documents where the field profession exists, I can say db.people.find, and then the argument is a document having the field profession, whose corresponding value is an embedded document having the field $exists with a corresponding value of true. And this will return just Smith and Jones, who have a profession. By contrast, I can invert the query and ask for only those documents where the profession field does not exist, and that gets me the other half dozen. Next, I can ask for documents based on the type of a particular field. For example, if I want to get only those documents where the name field is a string, I can specify db.people.find, then an argument that's a document having the field name, having the corresponding value that's an embedded document with the operator type, and then the types, unfortunately, are specified as numbers, and the numbers are the corresponding type values out of the BSON specification. Take a look at bsonspec.org in the specification to find the numeric encoding of the different types in BSON. As it happens, the type for string is type 2, and this gets me those documents where the name field has a string value. Finally, for this section, there are more complicated sorts of queries that you might want to perform on strings than just equality and inequality. For example, people tend to like to look for patterns in strings. MongoDB supports querying for string patterns using a regular expression library, in particular, the Pro-compatible regular expression library, libpcre. Now, I don't want to spend too much time going into the details of regular expressions. I just want to show you a couple of examples. To query for those documents that have, say, the letter A in them somewhere, you can specify the query that's at the bottom of my terminal, db.people.find, and a corresponding value that's a document having the field name, whose value is an embedded document with the operator $regex, and then a string that will be understood as a Perl-style regular expression. And as it happens, Charlie and Dave and Edgar all have the letter A somewhere in their name. If I want to be more complicated, I could ask for all those documents where the field name ends with the letter E, and the regular expression for that is the string consisting of the letter E followed by a $sign. And there's Alice and Charlie and Dave. Now, we'll talk more about regular expressions in a later week when we talk about performance optimization. As it turns out, regular expressions tend not to be as optimizable as far as the query processing goes, as more simple string inequalities. However, a special case of regular expressions that can be efficiently optimized are those that start with a caret, which means that the regular expression must begin with whatever follows, and then after the caret contain non-wildcard characters or literal characters, such as letters and numbers. So, for example, the regular expression at the bottom of my screen says that the name field must start with the capital letter A. We'll see in a subsequent week that this can be mechanically translated into a range query up from A up to but not including B. And indeed, this is what MongoDB does internally. In any case, those were 3 new operators to go along with the inequality operators that we've already learned. $exists asks whether a field happens to exist inside of a document. $type checks whether a field has a particular type value. And $regex allows you to do complicated string pattern matching inside of fields. Alright, let's have a quick quiz. Write a query that retrieves documents from a collection called users, where the username has the letter Q in it, and the document has an email field.